According to Socrates, there is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. And the popular sage, the late sage, Nelson Mandela, said this, and I quote, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." That was a popular one by Nelson Mandela. I'm also going to take this by the egghead, Bill Gates. He said, "I studied everything but never topped. But today, the toppers of the best universities are my employees." This is the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. I am your regular host and producer, Demola-Sanyaolu. Don't go anywhere. This episode promises to be very, very exciting, informative, and educative. This is the Backstage Story Show. We'll be right back after this short break. Hello friends, lovers and fans of Nollywood Radio France. Be informed that in order to meet the expectation of qualitative broadcasting and serve you with rich, exciting programs, we have upgraded our portal to make it very easy for you to reach and relate with us from any corner of the globe.
Enjoy exciting moments with demola-sanyaolu on the Backstage Story Show.
Enjoy the hilarious adventure of Nollywood gossips and gist with Rebecca Monye on the Nollywood Spotlight Show. Also, enjoy exclusive interviews, comedies, movie reviews with Cyprian-Josson.
And other rich, exciting programs on Nollywood Radio France on Nollywood Broadcasting Service.
Yes, on Nollywood Broadcasting Service, your favorite award-winning channel, Nollywood Radio France, is on Nollywood Broadcasting Service. Enjoy a box full of thrills and fun.
Visit www.nollywood-broadcasting.com and enjoy 24 hours of uninterrupted, endless pleasure, music, gist, gossip, news, exclusive interviews, and a variety of rich quality program content. Nollywood Broadcasting, all around Nollywood, all around the world.
You are still tuned to the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France on Nollywood Broadcasting Service. And this episode, I have a special guest with me. I will be talking about a little bit about politics, not exactly politics as you may be thinking it is, but politics in the music industry and how it affects the music industry in Nigeria. And to discuss that issue with me, I have a special guest, Pretty Okafor. Pretty Okafor was declared by a court in Lagos to be the acting PMAN President. Am I right?
Interim.
Okay, interim PMAN President. That's the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria. Pretty Okafor is here with me in the studio, and we'll be discussing. We're going to be having quite a lengthy, not lengthy at that, but very deep discourse on this episode. Don't go anywhere. This is still the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. Let's enjoy this track called Monica so that you will understand who exactly I am talking with.
I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. Young lady, don't ask me why. One Selena, one Kelly.
Monica. If Monica no kill me, I no go die again. This kind love no be waiting up again. I carry Monica go for one party. She can't leave me the dance with Big Daddy. She jump up, she jump down, she jump like weight. She can't kick the old man come up for stage. People come they ask me she be Sister Hammer, cause this kind girlfriend now one big wahala. I can't carry Monica meet my friend, girlfriends. All of them come they introduce themselves. Monica said, not impressed. The first lady saying the unicar, unilag, Vajero. Monica can't saying the unipetrol. We come sit down for table to eat our dinner with all the fine yellow sisters. Everybody waited there, they talk to his boyfriend. I myself I can't look my girlfriend. The first lady tell him boyfriend say,
pass me the sugar.
The second lady can't tell him boyfriend say,
pass me the honey.
Monica said look me, can't tell me say,
pass me the milk. Cow.
I can't excuse myself, say make I go peace. Before I come Monica with one man they kiss. I can't ask her what nonsense is all this. Monica come the car, they ask me waiting me and see. Shebi now you tell me say love they blind. If to say you love me, how you take care? Buy a Martina, she go then a block honey. She go ask me how many spoons she go drink for money. The time when I come by, I'm treble peppermint. I first come strong, like cement. She drink and finish, say, it's not bitter at all.
Me, I've been thinking I'm melting for love.
Che, this can't girl, fit boss my belly. With all this can high, yeah. Mango kukuma carry this year, go back for village. Cause this can't girl, you know fit change. We don't stay for Lagos, fit 10 years. Me and Monica want to celebrate. Now small time, 9-7 pass. Now we come ready to eat breakfast. I bring out the bread, bring out the butter, bring out my clean, bring out the thing cutter. Monica come to one way surprise my eyes. She can't take the butter, brush her teeth. Now she can't take my clean, eat bread and tea. I can't carry Monica, go for cinema hall. Where we sit down, the World Cup boy. Everybody where they are, they blow big grammar. Me, I'm gonna say Monica Self, the programmer. The first lady jump up, say
This is fantastic.
Monica Self jump up, say this is casting. Everybody where they are, can't take cover. This my girlfriend, Nari Shakabula. If to say they carry Monica, go for Iraq. America for no they fear Scott missile. I leave Monica for house when I go walk. Where at the supper they find where to go chop. I leave her make she they listen to radio, they enjoy the stereo, they play the video. Before me I return, everything don't turn to zero. She said the man waiting for television, they laugh am. Now she can't carry hammer, can't take and knock am. She enter for kitchen, say she want cook. Me I can't stand that there, they look. The pandemic strong pass Olumo rock, I swear. This girl go kill me with love. The time when she can't start to fry the chicken. Now so smoke, time food for kitchen. All my neighbors they come they shout. Che, bano, Monica don't kill me. 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 I say Monica make she go buy me newspaper. When Monica return, another newsmaker. I say honey, give me the punch. Monica tear me blow, I fall inside pot. When you reach 8 o'clock, Monica go find work. For interview, they say me they bring past record. When Monica land, everybody start to laugh. She carry one carton full of records. That Mariah, Sonia, the Oriental brothers. Now so Monica say lose work for Liver brothers. When afternoon reach, we can't go for lunch. I can't carry Monica go for restaurant. They can't ask me, say wetin I want eat. I tell they say I go eat African dish. They can't ask Monica wetin she want eat. Monica say she must eat satellite dish. When I dey travel, I leave Monica with my tenant. Before I return, Monica don't dey pregnant. I can't ask, can say, hey, who do this can work? She said, no, this make we love our neighbor. The last one when Monica do really pay me. If when I hear them, when I go sorry for me. Monica don't make us lose our visa. When we want to go honeymoon for America, they don't ask a simple question for embassy. Monica just started the blow fallacy. They say Nigeria have lot of mineral resources. Can you mention one or just two of it? Monica says, small, this one a simple case. We'll get Coke, we'll get Fanta, even 7-up. Me and just best come on. This time not divorce.
Shakara, Monica done this gross man. Shakara, Monica done this gross. She don't come make me friend, the girl lover man. She don't come make me friend, the girl man. She don't come make me friend, the girl just man. Cause on this one coffee comes grace man. With all this can she village for fun. She don't come make me every day make am shot Monica. Every now make am holla Monica. Every new make am holla Monica. This one coffee come bust my belly. With all this can she delay. Yeah, she don't come make me friend, the girl lover man. She don't come make me friend, the girl just man. She don't come make me friend, the girl man. Cause on this one coffee comes grace you. Even you that him Shakara. Monica don't disgrace him on Shakara. Monica don't disgrace him on Shakara. Monica don't disgrace him on Shakara.
I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. Young lady, don't ask me why. One set it down, one set it down, one
You are still on the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France on the Nollywood Broadcasting Service. And this is the Backstage Story Show. Pretty Okafor, nice to have you on this show today. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, my pleasure.
All right. Now, who is Pretty Okafor for refreshing's sake?
Okay, Pretty Okafor is the other half of Junior and Pretty.
Okay.
Of Junior and Pretty fame. We've done a couple of songs. We actually the pioneers of hip hop.
Afro hip hop.
Afro hip hop in
Nigeria.
In Nigeria and the whole of Africa.
All right.
Because it was from Nigeria that it spread around across Africa. Then we started in the very, very, very early 90s, 1990. Got our first album done and played all the concerts basically in Nigeria then. And moved in to do proper music business, that producing concerts, introducing and recording new other artists to bring them to limelight.
Okay. All right, Pretty, Junior and yourself, were you twins?
No, we're actually a whole lot of people thought we were friends, we're twins or we're blood brothers. No, but we're soulmates. Like we're not even related, but we're from the same.
State. All right. So we're clearing the air now. Yeah. You were not even okay.
No, we're not even related, but we're from the same state,
same ethnic region.
Yeah, but because the way we work closely, a whole lot of people thought we were from the same family.
All right, so let me ask you, why have you been off stage? Is it because Junior is no more around, or what? You've been off stage lately.
Yeah, part of it, but not really off stage. You will say I went backstage because I've been producing all the major concerts in Nigeria.
Okay.
So I went now after Junior's death. I went and I faced what we learned while we're still singing, which is event production, marketing, and interpretation. So that's what I've been doing since Junior left. Yes, part of it affected me because he's a body that I grew up with, and I practically do everything with him. I've never been in the studio alone before, so he affected my stage appearance. So it knocked me off balance, and the next thing was he left me with a whole lot of burden, taking care of his own kids, his family, and now I started making my own family, so it's a whole lot of work.
Wow. Now, let's flashback. Taking care of his own family. You actually took that burden upon yourself to do that.
Yeah.
And you're still doing that till now?
I'm still doing that till tomorrow.
You're a wonderful friend. You're wonderful, because everybody thought you and Junior were like brothers, blood brothers, and things like that. So you're actually not related by blood.
No, we're not related.
You're from the same ethnic region.
Yeah, and again, he's a lone child. So basically, we grew up together. Like I said, he grew up in my house.
Okay.
So I'm like his sister, his brother, his cousin. So when it happened, and again, he got married, we forced him to get married because he's a lone child. And again, he's older than me. But so at the time he died, I was left with his wife and 3 kids. So I don't have any other choice but to make sure that they are okay and surviving.
Oh, this is the Backstage Story Show, and I've been speaking with Pretty Okafor. Pretty Okafor is the one of the duo, Junior and Pretty, way back. Can you just do a little mime so that people will be... There's this particular song that people knew you guys with then, way back.
Okay. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. One girl don't ask me why. One Monica, one Selena, one Patricia. So, that's actually our first album.
Okay, that's Monica.
Yes.
Okay.
Monica.
But Monica don't give us something.
Bano. It's the same track.
All right, this is a
hook. It's a hook.
Okay.
In
that song. All right, now let's talk about your adventure into the music industry. Now, compared with the younger folks of nowadays, when you started in 1990, would you say it is more challenging now than then? Was it easy for you to delve into the music industry? Tell us a little bit about your adventure into the music industry.
It wasn't. These guys are actually on a plateau of gold right now. They just wake up and everything has been done. Yeah, like again, about life is a whole lot of people will come and clear the air and clear the road for other people too. So I think that's what we did at that time. Getting into music was, you need to get out of the home because your folks, your mother, your father, your brothers, nobody wants you to be associated with that brand of industry and that brand of life. To hear that you're a musician. Or what they believe then is once you're a musician, that means you're going to be carrying guitar around the street and be smoking and drinking.
And be like a street urchin.
Yeah. So it wasn't going down well with anybody. Nobody supported. I could remember one night, me Junior came back from a club gig, and it was raining. We came back like maybe 3:30 or so, and they knew we were outside. We were knocking, and nobody came out to open the door. They're like, "Shibu nasabi waka, I go sleep outside," and it was raining. And we stood there till it was done. So part of most of the difficult experience. But one thing that kept us going is the passion. Okay. We wanted to make sure that people accept the brand of music and again allow you to do what you love doing. It was the passion. It was the love for what we want to do. Mm-hmm. And along the line, it came the betterment of us, because at the time we were struggling to make sure that the family accept what we're doing, that the industry accept what we're doing, and we started making money, but it wasn't like what these dudes are making right now. Then a whole 14-piece band of mixture of boys and girls and our backups and all that instrumentalists. They pay you like 4,000.
Wow!
So you can imagine how much you're going to share among yourselves, how much you're going to share.
So at the end of the day, you may eventually get like 500 or 300?
200.
200.
150, 120. So, but it was huge then. It was huge in 1990. Then 1992, we got from NTA, then we got 12,000. And even the 12,000 was like tug of war. And they're like, what do you kids want to do with 12,000? So like, our band is 14 pieces, and so what are you singing? This are one that you're singing. So it was pushing in hard to make people to accept that brand of music, but we thank God that he's making wave and he's holding ground right now. In 1989, Premier Music Polygram, it wasn't Premier Music. Polygram told us at that time that rap music can never sell.
They told you guys
yes.
that?
I still have it. I still have the rap music can never sell. I know the dude, the Ogada told us then, the rap music can never sell in Nigeria. And they took the tape then, it was a tape, and threw it out the window. Like, you guys go and learn how to sing. But yes, we could sing, but we can't actually sing to save our lives, honestly. Then. but not, our passion wasn't singing. Our passion was delivering hardcore on a pigeon line. But they were finding it strange. What are they doing? But when we now start going to the street to sing, we start going into crowd to sing, the indigenous hip-hop started making more sense, more than the imported hip-hop. All right. So it was gaining more ground, more crowd. And that's how, now we weren't going for competition, we weren't going to submit our tapes. That's how now record labels started looking for us.
All right, this is still the Backstage Story Show. Don't go anywhere. Let's listen to a little bit of Monica, and we'll continue from there.
I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. Young lady, don't ask me why. One Selena, one Kalina, one Monica, one Patricia. One Selena, one Kalina, one Monica, one Patricia.
Hey! Monica. If Monica no kill me, I no go die again. This kind love no be waiting up again. I carry Monica, go for one party. She can't leave me the dance with Big Daddy. She jump up, she jump down, she jump like great. She can't kick the old man, come up for stage. People come they ask me she be Sister Hammer, cause this kind girlfriend, now one big wahala. I can't carry Monica, meet my friends, girlfriends. All of them come they introduce themselves. Monica said, not to impress. The first lady saying they car, Unilac, Vajero. Monica comes saying they Unipetrol. We come sit down for table to eat our dinner with all the fine yellow sisters. Everybody waited there, they talk to his boyfriend. I myself I can't look up, can't look my girlfriend. The first lady tell him boyfriend say,
Pass me the sugar.
The second lady can't tell him boyfriend say,
Pass me the honey.
Monica said look me, can't tell me say,
Pass me the milk.
cow. I can't excuse myself, say make I go peace. Before I come Monica with one man they kiss. I can't ask them what nonsense is all this. Monica when they carry ask me waiting me and see. Shabby now you tell me say love they blind. If you say you love me, how you take care? Bye.
All right, welcome back. This is still the Backstage Story show, and I am with Pretty Okafor. He's one of the pioneers of Afro hip hop in Africa, not just Nigeria. And he was one of the duets or the duo, Junior and Pretty. And actually, he has exposed that Junior was not his blood brother; they were just related from the same ethnic region. Now, let's talk about the music industry in Nigeria. You are a producer of entertainment right now, an event producer.
Yeah.
Compared with the trend or the metamorphosis of event handling in Nigeria, now you are behind the scene. You see a lot of things. You produce events as an entertainment producer. What's your take about the way it is being handled right now? Would you say the producers and organizers of events are upping their game, as it were? Have they upped their game to meet up with the international standard?
Yeah, they have done a whole lot. They've gone a whole lot of milestone. I believe our event producers right now can stand anywhere in the world. Like I'm actually the one that produces the Ireland St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go from here to South Africa to produce their Cape Town International Jazz Festival. I go from here to Kenya to produce their Kenya Joy of Jazz. So I think I'm the only black producer that do that.
Wow.
Because we've learned a whole lot of ways and strategy. And one thing about Nigeria is we come up with more style, more strategy, more input, more than what we've learned. We push forward. I think that's what I've learned in the industry. There's a whole lot of other producers that are even doing better than I'm doing. And I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. And they were organized because they're learning. A whole lot of boys are going to courses to learn event packaging, event management, event production. So I can count a couple of them that can stand anywhere in the world platform and give you a world-class event.
All right. Now, this is Nollywood Radio France. We've been talking Nollywood, music, Nollywood, because Nollywood has several aspects. We have politics, we have fashion and style, we have a makeup artist, we have musicians. Now, the music industry in Nigeria, would you say their role in the Nollywood industry is being impactful compared, with other colleagues in the global waters?
Yes, first you're not going to take away music from the movie.
Yes,
I'll give you a whole lot of the music makes the movie. The movies don't come out without the music, so is a balance that works as a team. You cannot produce a movie without marketing it with a music. You cannot produce a movie without balancing it with a music. So you can't do away, and it's because of our standard and our brand of music and our standard in the world music platform. That's why our movies went top.
All right. Now, compared with your colleagues internationally, do you think that the music industry is being accepted fully into the movie, into Nollywood, as it were? Like, there in the international waters, Hollywood particularly, they employ music artists to compose tracks for particular movies, rather than just borrowing the soundtrack from,
No, we haven't developed to the extent of that, and that's where we're lacking. That's where we're lacking the structure in the industry, the structure in organizations. A whole lot of people are refusing to do it according to the book, the way it's supposed to be done. So that's the slack, and that's where I came in. I came in and I met a huge industry. I put it on record. Nigerian music industry is the biggest industry in Africa. Nigerian music industry is the 4th largest in the world.
4th largest?
Yes.
On record?
On record.
Okay.
So, but you know the funny thing? There's no structure. It's all on statistics. And the who chunking out of albums and records and CDs. But you see, none of the artists can actually boast that I've sold 200 million, I've sold 2 million. Where's the trace? There's no traceability.
No record keeping.
There's no record keeping, there's no traceability, no accountability. Right. So when I came in and saw this whole stuff, and I'm like, we are getting it wrong, but why are they getting it wrong? Do you want to tell me that nobody's seen what I'm seeing right now? Mm-hmm. It got me worried. I started working. Before even the court judgment and all that came into play, I started working. I'm like, I need to find out, and I need to know what the problem is. Okay. How come we're not moving forward? How come we're big, but we're just in one circle?
Okay, we're just moving, just perambulating. One.
Like our boys are rich. Our boys are rich. Our musicians are rich. But do you know the sincere truth? If they stop playing concerts, they go down. It's not supposed to be like that. Tina Turner hasn't played a concert for the past 20 years. But she's very, very rich. She gets money from her royalties. Okay. From the songs that she has done for the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. All
right, let's take a breather here, and we'll be right back. I want you to still have a feel of Monica, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
The last one when Monica do really pay me. If we not hear them, go sorry for me. Monica don't make us lose our visa. When we want to go honeymoon for America, they don't ask a simple question for embassy. Monica just started the blow fallacy. They say Nigeria have lot of mineral resources. Can you mention one or just two of fish? Monica say, small, this one a simple case. We'll get Coke, we'll get Fanta. Even 7-up. Me, I just best come out. This time, not divorce.
Shakara, Monica done this gross man. Shakara, Monica done this gross. She don't come make me friend, the girl of her man. She don't come make me friend, the girl of her man. She don't come make me friend, the girl just her man. Cause on this one, coffee comes dress man. With all this can she village pattern. She don't come make me every day make am shot Monica. Every now make am holla Monica. Every new make am holla Monica. This one coffee come bust man belly. With all this can she delay. Yeah, she don't come make me friend, the girl of her man. She don't come make me friend, the girl just her man. She don't come make me friend, the girl of her man. Cause on this one coffee comes dress you. Even you that him Shakara. Monica don't disgrace him on Shakara. Monica don't disgrace him on Shakara. Monica don't disgrace him on Shakara.
I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. I got a lot of girlfriends in Lagos. Young lady, don't ask me why. One set it down, one set it down, one money, one pressure. One set it down, one set it down, one money, one Monica. One set it down, one share down, one money, one pressure. One set it down, one money, one money, no pressure. One set it down,
You're still tuned to the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France, and I have been speaking with Pretty Okafor. Pretty Okafor is the new declared PMAN interim president. Now, politics and music, because PMAN, your leadership of PMAN involved a little bit of the intrinsic adventure of politics. Now, music, politics, where did the synergy come from? Or what do you think politics right now, because you played a lot of politics before becoming this, the adventure of politics and music. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
No, honestly, I didn't play any politics.
No, a lot of politics,
No, I don't know. I think I was selected as the fresh face.
Okay.
I've never belonged to any faction of PMAN. Okay. I've never been part of the war, the trouble, the politics. Okay. But I think over the years, for like 8 years, they got stopped.
Okay.
And to the extent that they wanted to scrap the union. And there were petitions up and right, left, and all that. And they're like, okay, if you guys don't want us to scrap it because you keep fighting for the past 4, 5, 6, 8 years, then get yourself together. I think that's where the warring parties that were in court now decided to do consent terms of settlement, consent to get a consent judgment, and that's where my name came up. They brought up a whole lot of other names, right? And they juggled it in. They said they did a research in all other names and found out that I've been running my own firm and successfully running a couple of brands for a couple of years. I went into my site and all that and decided to, let's see if Pretty is going to be interested in it. And I wasn't interested. I just been on.
That's where I'm going to, because you are a calm person. You are someone that is reclined. You are always in your shell. So why did you accept this offer?
You just said I am an introvert, so I cannot. I think I was born like that.
Okay.
Now, the offer came. Let me give a little bit of a story how it came.
Okay.
I was called upon through Abuja from top, and I'm like, Pretty, this, you need to sort out your union is in a big mess, and like your name came up, you're going to be the. I'm like, no, please, don't get me involved with. If you want me to do something else, I will do something else. Don't get me involved with.
Okay. So you rejected the offer outright initially.
Outrightly, and they got the trade union people again to call me and introduce themselves, and I like blah 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 blah. We're gonna. I like. Sorry, I just told somebody 2 weeks ago that I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Like, listen, gentlemen, it's not about what you want to do. This is about what we want you to do. So I said, is it by force? That's how I cut off the phone.
The offer, okay.
Now, they sent the executives to my office.
Okay.
And they will come, PMAN are like, don't open gate for anybody once there's PMAN. Okay. So it went on for like 2, 3, 4 months. So I don't know how they got to my manager, my general manager. And through my manager, he knows I don't want to get involved with those stuff. So my general manager now got to my wife and told my wife the whole story. Okay. And my wife came one night and I'm like, babe, but if they're asking you to do this,
Your wife gave you the
apple. I'm telling you, my brother, that's in that too.
Your wife gave you the apple, and you ate the apple. Don't go anywhere. This is the Backstage Story. It's getting hotter and it's getting more exciting. You are still tuned to the Backstage Story show on Nollywood Radio France, on the Nollywood Broadcasting Service. And I've been speaking with Junior and Pretty Okafor, one of the duos of Junior and Pretty. And right now he is the interim president of Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria. And we've been talking. Now, from where we stopped, you had the apple. It was not forbidden apple now. You had the apple, and then what happened?
Then she now brought God into it and started preaching. So you mean if God drops something on your laps to handle for him, you're going to reject it? So I'm like, why are you bringing God into this? This is what we're talking about. She said the same thing, whatever, if I'm calling it PMAN, that you never asked for this thing. You never belonged to any of the factions. You never went to do their politics. And now you were handpicked and you're saying you're not going to do it. I like, so how do you want to say it's God? He said, well, you're not there. Do you know if it was God? So I got stuck. Then I'm like, okay, this woman don't come with a while again. Let me just listen to them.
All right.
So I think after a week, then I said, okay, I called a meeting and they came to my office and they gave me the stories of what. I'm like, see why I'm running away from this stuff. Even if you do election, the sincere truth, what I know about my union, even if you do election, they will come and fight again. So I told them, I am not doing anything. I am not want to get involved with that. They said, no, already from the top, from the presidency, there's going to be a consent judgment. Okay. And then you work. I said, okay, am I free now to bring the people I want to work with? Okay. Because this problem has been with the old ones. All right. So if I get the new one, and they want a fresh face, a new face. Okay. So if I get the new ones to work with me, I'll know my direction. Okay. So I think that was a contract, and they said, okay, just do what I choose.
Pick your team.
So I picked my team.
Okay.
And I agreed, and they went ahead and did the consent judgment with all the warring parties, and agreed, and they delivered the judgment.
Now, there was a faction with Dele Abiodun, TMAC. Where are they?
the era of T-Mac and Dele Abiodun then was in the court, but Dele won.
Okay.
But now, what brought this other thing? Dele resigned at a particular time, and they had one acting person on Dele's stuff, and he stayed more than when he was supposed to stay. That was why they went back.
Okay, Dele Abiodun stayed more than when he's supposed to stay.
No, Dele Abiodun's acting. Dele resigned.
All right.
And his assistant, I think Murphy Van Anthony, took over.
Okay.
Then stayed like 3 years, and he's supposed to stay only 3 months.
Okay.
And I think that's what
caused the rift.
So now they went to court, and now the consent judgment now dissolved that one.
Okay.
Dissolved the ones going around the other factions, and dissolved because along the line they set up a peace committee, which Kevin Luciano was heading.
All right.
So they dissolved that peace committee because the court said what the peace committee was supposed to do is what they've just done. Okay. The peace committee were supposed to come in, settle the factions, get a leader, do an election. But they also stayed there for 2 years and 3 months without doing anything. I think they dissolved them.
All right. So right now, when do you think this court injunction will now bring into? Are you supposed to organize an election and bring new people into the administration?
Yes. I have 18 months to put a structure together, do a national conference, and do a delegate conference, then do an election.
Okay.
Election.
So now, on record, for the purpose of people in diaspora, who are your teammates? Let's have the list.
Okay, my teammates are one Sonny Neji.
Okay.
Tolu Obe.
All right.
Two-Face Idibia. Babadi, which Dare Fasasi.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of them.
There's a whole lot of. Then you have a secretary.
Yeah. Kenny George.
Okay.
Then Razbika, Dr. Z McCoy.
All right.
Now those ones are like from the old to the new.
You don't want to leave them out of the old thing.
You know the sincere truth. I got talking with my new school, and they're like, "Bros, why don't you just flush out the old people?" I'm like, "They don't know." I just said, "Okay, me and you now we're here together. We're having this meeting. What do you know about PMAN?" They were looking at me and they were laughing. I said, "See, that's why we're not going to flush them out like that." You see, even if we want to bring the new school, want to do the things right now our way, we still need to keep them because they know the properties of PMAN. They know the documents of PMAN. They know the strategies and all that. So what we need to do is take their advices, brush it up, and move forward to the new school.
All right, this is still the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France, and it's been exciting talking with Pretty Okafor. Now, the music industry in Nigeria. What is PMAN doing to regulate all these, all the wrong messages being portrayed by this industry?
Yeah, there's a whole lot to be done. I got into the office and I found out that I wanted to tell my wife this is a trap, but I got into and found out that we don't have an office, we don't have an account. We used to. We don't have any property. A whole lot of people have stolen a whole lot of stuff. But I don't want to go in there and start chasing anybody. So do you know what? I use a part of my office. I have 2 offices in Lagos. So we're going to use one to run PMAN, and we're going to get it right. So we started afresh. But now it's getting the structure done. What are we getting the structure done on? No music data bank. You cannot tell me how many musicians we have in Lagos, how many musicians we have in Aba, how many musicians we have in Enugu, or how many musicians we have in Abuja and all that. It's not on record anywhere. So now we need to do biometric ID card for all members. And when we're doing biometric ID card, it's going to be a swipe card, which is now going to give us our data bank. To give us how many musicians.
All right. To give how many musicians you have
in
registered members.
Registered members.
Okay.
Now, with that, you can now start operating the music distribution network. Now, music distribution network is a structure that will now give credibility, traceability, transparency to our music distribution, our music sales.
Okay.
Now, if you are registered on this platform, once you sell 2 million, your 2 million comes straight into your pocket. It doesn't go to the pirates. And that guarantees in the next 10 years, you're going to be collecting royalties, because once your songs are still selling, your CDs are still selling, you're going to be getting your money. In the next 20, 50 years, your families, even if you're not alive, they're still going to be collecting money.
I'm clapping for you for that. But I hope the system will make it work, because a lot of people come up with very juicy ideas like this, and then, some policies will come up that will create bottlenecks. What have you done to
we're actually working in close range with even the pirates.
Okay.
Right, they're in this whole platform. We're working closely with
How
pirates.
did you identify them?
You see, pirates is not what they go and sell in a black market. It's only in Nigeria that I know the pirates are there with you. They're selling your CD in your front. You cannot do anything. So we know them.
Okay.
So now it's associating them. No, we're not saying, Pretty is not saying you're going to close shop. You're not going to sell anymore. But Pretty is saying you're going to be selling, making more money. But let's regulate it. Let's sell it from this way.
Okay.
Now we want to account for everything you're selling.
Okay.
Not that we'll give you one CD, you go and print 2 million.
500.
But if you want 2 million to sell, we'll still give you the 2 million to sell. You sell, you make your gain, and the artist makes its gain.
Okay. So if you want 2 million, let's give you 2 million from the right source.
From the right source. So now we brought all the replicating plants together.
Okay.
Right. The replicating plants are going to be producing with encoding. That's where GS1 came in from.
Okay.
GS1 now we barcode and encoding the CD.
Okay.
So that anywhere, both on internet that you play your music, you're going to get your money.
Okay.
Anywhere in part of the world, anywhere your CD goes through barcoding, it is going to be scanned.
Okay.
You get your money, because if the sincere truth, if you've been traveling abroad, our CDs are actually popular, but they're not sold on the shelf.
Okay.
Because they're not barcoded.
Okay.
No international big store can sell it. They believe it's black market. But once we come up with this, once we're dealing with this JS1 now,
right.
Every CD, everywhere in the world, anywhere, is going to be barcoded and is going to be accountable. So that's why I'm saying, if you're selling 100 million, your 100 million CD copies are going to come direct into your pocket.
Now, let me ask you this direct question. It may be a personal thing to you. Now, you're supposed to set up the elections. You're supposed to organize the elections in 18 months. Would you want to contest? Honestly, because of all these ideas you have brought on ground.
Yes, that's why I brought a whole lot of...
So it means you want to contest?
No. I brought a whole lot of new school into it, right? Yeah. I brought a whole lot of new schools into it, and the boys are seeing my drive and my intention. Honestly, PMAN is a big wahala. If I get this structure running, I want to run.
You want to be out of it?
Honestly, I just want to do it. See, like what me and Juno did with rap music, right? I want to do it and see it and talk about the story like tomorrow, anytime, 10 years, like, yes, I did that. Okay. For the
Let me cut you short a little. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream, and Pharaoh said, "Oh, who will take care of this for me, if not the owner, the interpreter of the dream?" Now you are interpreting this dream, and a lot of musicians will be very happy that a kind of thing like this is coming up. You are Joseph. You are interpreting this dream. Oh boy, why not? Why not come aboard and then save them from the famine that is coming on? Because it's like an impending loom. It's a looming danger.
Yeah. The music industry has been in existence for the past 34 years. That's PMAN. Has been in existence for the past 34 years. But the sincere truth, none of us, none of the old ones can actually boast that they've received royalties. Nobody can boast. You can imagine that the big ones, the big names, will die, and they will die poor. Why? Do you understand? Just Ghana here, they're even organized. In Kenya, you don't buy a CD if it's not barcoded. In South Africa, that's why these boys are very rich. They can boast that in the next 20, 30 years, once their albums are selling, they are multi-billionaires because they are working with a structure and it's traceable.
Okay. All right, this is still the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. And from what Junior is saying, it means PMAN should expect a roller coaster adventure in the next 18 months. I hope he's the Joseph. I hope he'll be able to interpret this this dream correctly. All right, you're still tuned to the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France on the Nollywood Broadcasting Service, and I have been speaking with Pretty Okafor, the new interim president of PMAN, that's the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria. I've been talking quite, we've delved into several topics concerning PMAN, concerning himself, concerning Junior, who has been out of the planet Earth for quite a while. Now, we're still talking PMAN. Because recently we had a meeting with Baba Salah. Baba Salah is, a lot of people know Baba Salah, and he's been relegated to the background. We traveled straight to his hometown. We went to his house. We had, a very beautiful session with him. The sad thing about this industry is the people that paved the way for some of these things to come into limelight. People just forget about them, particularly people that make money in that industry, the music industry. What's your plan for the aged?
Now, before I go to the aged, I'll come with, once you even get registered for your new biometric ID card, right, automatically you get a 1-year welfare care, that is healthcare plan. That means you, the artist, and 4 of your other families and all that. Okay. That's yearly. Okay. Now, for the aged, we're working with ICO Insurance now to put a pension plan for the aged. Okay. Once they are 65, we start working on their pension plan retirement.
Good, fantastic.
Or if anything happens between that time, their families are sure of getting like 10 million. Yeah, everybody Pretty, you're a big dreamer. I but we have everything on the ground. We're not calling anybody from abroad to come and help us. We have everything, all the objects we're supposed to work with.
You've not just been using these tools.
No. So, but we haven't been using it. And by the time I break it down and the strategies and all that, they're like, wow. I said, yes, it's going to work. It's just that nobody wanted it to work. But if the new ones are saying it's going to work, and we need to take care of our aged, because without these ones, there won't be a music platform for us to come out. I was so sad with what happened with Oliver the Coke. I was so sad with what happened with Sonny Okosi. If I just keep mentioning, right? Yeah. These people chunk out great tunes, great albums, but it died poor. It's not supposed to happen. Yeah. So by the time we get all the stuff ready, I've been able, with the grace of God, to trace what the problems are and how to tackle the issues and rectify it and the way forward. And once we stick to that and get a whole lot of people to partner with us in the industry, get even outside community to partner with us, boom. We're not getting investors from abroad because the music industry is not structured. But right now we're going to be getting investors because they want to see how they are making their money. They want to see you sell their CDs and they're getting their royalties. Yeah. So this is what they've been waiting for, and we're getting it done.
All right, you are still tuned to the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France, and it's been an awesome, exciting moment with Pretty Okafor. Pretty, now let's on a lighter mood, let's talk about some of your tracks way back that made rave. Because all of a sudden we didn't hear about you. I guess it was the demise of Junior that caused your, going back into your shell. Now, how have you been after the demise of Junior? What was life like immediately, and what caused Junior's demise? What was the real cause?
He had a crash on his superbike.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was what caused it.
Okay, so and how did you feel? Your better half is gone.
No, at that time I thought the whole world has fallen apart. I thought the heaven has crashed on me. But I keep looking at the family. I keep looking at his wife. At that time I wasn't married anyway. Okay. I was looking at his wife and I was looking at the kids and I'm like, how am I going to cope? But looking at them and they're looking at me, believing in me. I just had to pick up everything and start moving. And that was when I need to go back and start doing what we learned with the production firms then. And so I had to put food on the table for them. And it got me going, and that was like the energy keeping me to get it done properly, and I kept doing it.
Now, you and Junior way back, some people say they smoke and that they do drink and all that to get inspiration. How do you get inspiration for some of those tracks?
We're street dudes, if I should use the word. We get inspiration from the silliest things that our friends do. Like Monica was a story of a rustic village girl.
Okay.
All the girls we use in our songs, they're actually existing.
Okay.
Monica is a beautiful girl, but she has this rustic village mentality, right? We are used to doing stuff properly, prim and proper, but she will come and do same thing we want to do, but her own way.
Okay.
Right? So
it's actually a real person you're talking about.
Yes, she's a real person, and she wasn't actually any of me and Junior's girlfriend. She was just a chick that comes around to play with us. That then we're quite young. We're like 14, 15. Yeah.
How about Bolanle?
Bolanle is a story of a pastor's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Not my girlfriend, not Junior's girlfriend. It's our friend's girlfriend.
Okay.
Now, me, Junior, and the boyfriend will leave Sulere and we'll go to Ketu to look for the girl. And every time we go, one thing or the other, there will be.
Bolanle will not show up.
She will show up. Is either the father is there, or the father is chasing us, or the uncle and all that. So, but each time we come, it was like a fun. Each time we come back, we start cracking jokes about it, and we start writing songs. I can remember the last time we went to Ketu. Then me and Juno hasn't bought a car. Nicholas, which is the boyfriend, took us with a car to Ketu, with his car to Ketu. Then we had to push the car from Ketu back to Sulere.
Okay.
Do you understand? Just Nicholas by the steering, me and Juno pushing. Midnight too. We wrote, when it gets to the slope, me and Juno will sit on the boot and we'll be singing while the
car is moving.
So it was, I think it was after that time I just said to them, me, I know they go again. So it was actually a real life.
My radio lover, she gon' do me murder. She gon' put me gang. She gon' give me beat up. My belly from the run. She too from the cry. You only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want.
I took a trip to Ghana where I saw a girl. Her name is Matilda. Told her that I love her my own language. She said that she loved me too. My love is on the way. When I took her to my place, she cooked for me and my brothers. What she did was nothing but a murder. She wants to kill me, my brothers, my cousin. What she gave us was rat poison.
My girl lover, she gon' do me murder. She gon' put me in gang. She gon' give me peace, oh. My belly from the road. She too from the cry, oh. You only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want.
Me fell in love with this girl from Ghana, and she big time me was a Auntie Anna. Me girl was a very fine. She want come marry me. She's the type of girl to keep a wife on you. Wanna live her with the rest of your life. But all of the problem was that she food. You know, fun tastes good. She gon' bring me kenke, hey yo. She gon' bring me dankono, hey yo. She gon' serve me pizza, hey yo. But all of the page was too strong. Me no fit crack one. All of the enemy can console me. You know me, so me can't start rumble. You know me, baby, can't start grumble. Night, me come holla hold.
My girl lover, she gon' do me murder. She gon' put me drinking. She gon' give me peace, oh. My belly from the run. She too from the cry, oh. You only want, hey, you only want, hey, you only want,
her smiling. And if I ever hold her, she'd call me darling. If I touch her, she'd say she loves me. She kissed my neck and touched my chest and kissed my breast and told me to handle that when she went in to cook her recipe. What she did was all I did.
This is still the Backstage Story Show. I'm enjoying myself. Now, let's talk about BBG. BBG, what's BBG?
BBG is Bouncing Baby Girl.
Okay, Bouncing Baby Girl. Yeah, what inspired that?
Story of our girls at the nightclubbers.
Okay.
When you go to club and you pick the wrong girl, it's either she's going home and your wristwatch is going with her,
okay.
or you're going when your wallet is going home with her and all.
This is still the Backstage Story Show, and I'm with Pretty Okafor, the new interim PMAN President, and he has a juicy idea for PMAN to grow, for that industry to blossom. You know, it's a kind of divine transformation, a metamorphosis, that has not been witnessed in the music industry, because some of these ideas he has shared are things that will transform the industry, and people that are coming will pray for his generation, that this person has transformed the industry. And that is the essence of living, add value to lives, add value to whatever you have to add value. Now, there's this particular track you call PLC. What's PLC, and what inspired you to sing that track?
PLC was actually a street music. PLC was a hardcore pigeon rap song.
Okay, what does it mean?
It delivers to
what does PLC mean itself? Oh, it's not something you can say on air. Because I know the PLC is a public liability company.
But you said it now, public liability. Where do you get that?
All right.
But it's actually like the best dance track in our album.
In the album, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what inspired you about that?
Yes, street credibility.
Okay.
Street usage.
Okay.
Being associating ourselves with street girls.
Okay.
And all that. That's when you get
PLC. All right. You are still tuned to the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. I hope you've been enjoying every beat and every moment of this show. Now, there's this particular track that you did when you went to Ghana. I think you had some encounter in Ghana. That Ghanaian Lover, that's the name of the track.
Yes.
What inspired that? Because most of your tracks are always based on true life experiences. Ghanaian Lover.
Yeah, we went to Ghana to play a couple of gigs, and me and we like doing experimenting a lot. Want to go like if we go to Port Harcourt, want to eat their native food and all that.
All right.
So we got to Ghana, and the reception was beautiful, beautiful women, beautiful girls, and they're like, we want to eat their, and one like, no, we're not gonna go to the restaurant and do like, let me do it at home and come and pick you guys. So I think they went home, they did this stuff, and they came to pick us. They did a whole lot. They did Kenke, they did Don Kunu. There's a whole lot of stuff. It was exciting.
Okay.
It was at the time we finished the meal that like we went back to a hotel and we're like, that's regular what me and Juno do. We went back to the hotel. So talking about the experience and all that, we started putting up songs together about the experience in Ghana and what we experienced again with the Ghanaian girls.
All right. Now, PMAN. Let's go to PMAN. The PMAN. Does PMAN cover both secular and religious artists?
Yes.
Okay.
Once you're a musician,
all right.
It doesn't matter from
what genre
you're playing. Once you're a musician, you're
now covered. What's your message for artists generally and upcoming artists right now?
Now, there's a hope that you're not going to just make your CDs or make your album and go and sell it to allow people to waste your future and you sell your brainchild.
Okay.
Now there's a structure where you do your album, come register it, and you're going to be getting your money regularly. Even when you're not around, your families are still going to be getting your royalties. That is one. And again, I'm using this medium to appeal to everybody, all musicians in Nigeria, and Nigerian artists in Africa, Nigerian artists in abroad, in diaspora, to come back home, let's join our hands together and build back the union, because the union is all what we have. In other countries, the music union used to be, or is the biggest, and the richest union or industry in any country. So we need all that. And now that the new schools are taking over, and I want all our boys to acknowledge that and come back. Let's work together.
All right. This is the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France, on the Nollywood Broadcasting Service. We have had a roller coaster adventure, and it has been expository. And all these tracks that you heard from Pretty are all from the Fufu Flavor album. It's been nice having you on this show. It's quite an adventurous one, and we look forward to it. And I thank you so much for your humility and the privilege, and you're sparing your time. The traffic is quite hectic, and you were able to squeeze through to be here and at the appointed time. Thank you so much, Pretty, for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
All right. Yeah, you have anyone special person you want to say hello to, or you want to greet some people in your friends, fans, and lovers?
Yeah, I want to say hello and thank you to my favorite and my best friend, my wife.
Okay.
Pretty Okafor.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and for listening in. Until I meet you again on the next exciting episode of the Backstage Story Show on Nollywood Radio France. Let me say a special thank you to my crew, the production assistant, Tony Arifayon, for being there, for making sure everything goes on. Now, if you want to call Pretty, or you want to reach him, or you need to talk to him from diaspora, you want to talk to the PMAN President, he's going to give you his direct number and his email address. You can actually send him mails, and then he will correspond with you. Let's have your email address.
Okay, my direct email address is Pretty Okafor. One word, Pretty Okafor.
PRETTY
OKAFOR at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. You want to give us a number?
And this is my direct line, and my direct line is 080.
That's 234-80
plus 234-80 330 26229.
Again.
Plus 234-80 330 26229.
All right. And if you want to reach me, you can send me a mail, demola-sanyaolu at gmail.com, or you can reach me on 234 plus 234 809 872 8926 plus 234 809 872 8926. And until I meet you again, once again, I say special thank you to Tony Arifayon and my very good friend at the console that has been making this studio work very good for me, Ayo Tonyo. I say thank you, and I wish everybody a happy holiday. And until I meet you again on the next exciting episode, keep well, do well, and stay atop your game. Bye.